And it is time now to welcome my live guest, Yoshika Colwell, who's come in to play live for us on today's show. What a treat. Hi.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you and for you to come in.
So nice to meet you too. Yeah. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, so On the Wing, it came out in July on Blue Flowers and PS. Mm-hmm. Such a beautiful record. How is
Thank
it
you.
on the other side, now it's been out in the world?
It's good.
Yeah.
I feel lighter. I think and it just feels really nice to kind of you spend so long with the songs and then it feels like really hard to conceptualize it actually being released. So but yeah, it feels really nice to have kind of like got them out of my head and out of my like headphones, and to be to have them kind of free in the world. It's a really nice feeling, and it's been really fun to play them, play the songs, and yeah, it's a relief.
Like a purging.
Genuinely, extremely cathartic for me.
And extremely cathartic for people to find meaning in music and, you know.
Yes, and I really, that's like, it's always really nice when it feels like there is that, because when you're writing and when you're recording, sometimes you're like, is this just like a really like solipsistic thing? And then it's been really nice to hear like I don't know, people's reaction to it.
And you made it with Ollie Baston of Boxed In fame.
Yes.
Loved Boxed In. He sort of wound it down.
I don't think he's doing it so much anymore. Yeah. He needs to bring it back.
He really should bring back Boxed In. But yeah, he's also, you know, a wonderful producer of lots of acclaimed artists. So yeah, tell me a little bit about what was it like? 'Cause it's such a reflection of life and all its seasons, this record. So what was it like making it? And I'm sure it was probably a little while ago now that you actually tracked it and recorded.
Yeah, so we made it last August, and so yeah, over a year ago now, which is kind of it's very surreal, and it was a really beautiful experience to make it with Ollie. We had made an EP together in 2024, the January of 2024, so we kind of had a working relationship already, and I went to his studio in Walthamstow, and yeah, he's just a really beautiful, gentle person, and I think because of the like subject matter of the songs, and like you say, the kind of like, it's basically like a diary of kind of 10 years of me having an existential crisis, and I think it needed like a really like tender approach, and it was really Ollie kind of he's amazing, and the band who played on it were all amazing, and basically we tracked it, a lot of it kind of like quite live, and then we added a lot of things on, and Ollie's got this kind of amazing studio in Walthamstow that feels like you're like going into the womb. It's like the 70s womb. It's like orange and like shag pole rugs everywhere. It was really immersive. You'd kind of go in for the day and you just like forget about everything going on outside of the studio, which was, I think, really useful for me. And I had a great time, and it feels like a distant memory now, which is really sad.
It sounds wonderful. Were we talking sort of like 9 to 5 hours, or was it more late night sessions?
It was a lot of daytime sessions, actually, kind of like working hours, and then a few as we got towards the end. It'd be like, right, we're gonna have to do some extra hours on this. You need to do some BBs, or like trying to get a guitar kind of part. But yeah, and also there's no windows in there, so it kind of felt like it was like 20. It could have been any time of day, which was kind of good. But it was really, really. It was a perfect. I think it was like for the first album, and just I felt really safe, which was, I think, really conducive to like to getting the most out of the songs or something.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're pouring out your soul and really sort of like personal stuff, like you say, you need tender hands, you need a metaphorical producer hug.
Genuinely.
And like a safe space to do it. And I mean, the results are so beautiful. It's easily one of my favourite albums of the year. It's gorgeous.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Let's just, you are going to play 2 tracks live. I'm so excited. But I read an article about your childhood, and it was saying about how your dad was a guitarist and loved hosting pop parties. And was like a big encouragement of getting you from an early age to record your songs. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, of course. So he had a studio and did producing, and he would produce for people. And sometimes, like when I was like 14, he'd be like, my daughter sings, do you want her to do some backing vocals? So I just like pop out and be like, hello, and I couldn't really sing, and I would just kind of, there's like quite a few, I don't know, songs from like all that time ago where I'm singing on them, and it was I think it was really instrumental in like kind of kickstarting the kind of, I don't know, my creativity. And I wrote a song when I was like 15 called Wasting Time, which is really dramatic.
So that's very like teenage emo, isn't
genuinely. It's like some of the lyrics, like, I put my heart through a sieve, I gave all that I had to give.
Oh, that's good.
It's like, my parents are like, that's our favourite song still. But I recorded it with my dad, and like he put all these like MIDI strings on, and it was just fun and creative, and it was lucky and nice to have that.
And did it kind of demystify in a way the process of like just getting in and recording stuff?
I think so, yeah. And I actually haven't like kind of considered that, but I think it did, because I feel more nervous like gigging live than I do going into the studio, I think. Well, I guess that's probably quite normal, but because it's like,
people staring at us.
Yeah. I'm not in the womb anymore.
Out of the womb.
Yeah.
Full of people. Yeah. Although people, can be very nice.
People can be very nice. Yeah.
So Yoshika, you're going to play a couple of tracks from the record, and one of them's In Bloom. You're going to start with In Bloom.
Yes.
Is there anything you can talk about In Bloom, or like a story or memories or whatever of it?
I think this is like the happy song on the album, or the one that has the kind of most hope in it. I think like actually it kind of is like sums up the kind of like coming through the quagmire of going like, oh, am I always going to feel like this? And I think it is a little bit of a testament, I hope, to kind of being like, actually, yes, I can feel differently, and I have to. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but it's like, it's happening right now in front of you. Like your life is I always had this feeling I was like waiting for my life to begin, or like, when am I going to feel different? It's like, oh, you're not babe. It's now. So I think that this song is kind of hopeful towards that, like being a bit more present feeling.
Amazing. Are you ready to perform it?
Yes.
So everybody, this is Yoshika Colwell performing In Bloom live in the studio.
Lost in mercurial clouds again, I'm losing touch with all my childhood friends. One day I'm up, another day down. You'd think that I'd be used to it by now. How come everybody here's so relaxed? I'm stuck in a perpetual heart attack. I've become a tightly coiled spring, and I know it'll all be over soon. I should pick myself up and watch it's all in bloom. Tomorrow always comes too soon, and I can feel it waiting in the other room. But for now it's all in bloom. Do you remember that time we were crystalline? An ending brought us back to life. Did we lose it all? Is it too late to come back? And I don't wanna miss it. I don't wanna give it up, 'cause we're all down here together, all down on our luck. And I know it'll all be over soon. I should pick myself up and watch it's all in bloom. Tomorrow always comes too soon, and I can feel it waiting in the other room. But for now it's all in bloom. What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? And I know it'll all be over soon. I should pick myself up and watch it's all in bloom. Tomorrow always comes too soon, and I can feel it waiting in the other room. But for now it's all in bloom. What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose? What have I got to lose?
Yoshika Colwell performing live in the studio on this week's show. That sounded so lovely.
Thank you.
Talking of live, you've obviously been quite busy with the summer of festivals,
Yeah.
you did Wilderness, End of the Road, and obviously performing on the Wing live. So tell me a bit about summer and getting out and playing these tracks.
It was really, really, really fun. And the album came out on the 25th of July, and then I kind of just went straight into kind of doing lots of shows like in record stores and things, and I found that to be like such it was such a lovely experience, because you're meeting people who are buying records, and like who are like not as in they're people who are like, I don't know, like going to a bookshop, they'll like go and like leaf through, and like, I don't know, it was like a kind of, it was really heartening. And the way that people listen is like, it's just really surprising. And I got to chat to people, which was just so nice. And you're like, oh wow, like you actually listened. And I know that sounds really silly, but like it's like it was surprising to me. I don't know, because of, it was just really, really heartening and nice. And Wilderness was wicked, and End of the Road was so lovely. That's, even though it rained a lot.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
It was pretty.
I braced myself for friends that were going. I haven't.
Yeah.
I used to go most years.
Yeah.
But then I just haven't been able to go the last couple of years. But I did see the forecast.
It was incredibly rainy for the whole time. But it was, it's testament to the festival that it was just still such a lovely atmosphere.
Yeah.
And I played on the Sunday, and the sun came out, which was like, I was like, this is a ridiculous treat. I can't believe it's not raining. But I was playing on the Talking Head stage, which is, it's like really steep and really muddy, and people were just like sliding around and like holding on to each other, and I was sitting there like, oh my God, bless them, are they gonna be okay?
Did you get anyone fall from the top to the
No, there was no slip and slide full on situation. Thankfully. But that was such a nice way to end the summer. And I went and did Moseley Folk Festival as well, which is so nice. That was on the day before, and that was like torrentially raining, but so beautiful. I don't know. It's been a really lovely experience. And a lot of the time I've been playing on my own, and then I've done a few shows with my band, and that's also been so fun. Mm-hmm. Just like, brings it to life in a different way.
I definitely feel festival crowds as well. You just sort of have to buckle up, don't you, and get through it if it's going to be a rainy one.
That's the thing, and everyone's just like prepared, especially in England, I think, and it's just like, everyone's got their cagoule on, waterproof trousers, and it's like we're not going to go back to the tent.
A cagoule and a good attitude.
Exactly.
Even if it's literally like a trench.
Maybe a hot chocolate or a beer.
So that sounds amazing. And also you're going to be on tour this month, aren't you?
Yes.
You go on tour around the UK, finishing with the show at the Lexington.
Yeah.
Great venue. Are you excited about this sort of like autumny touring?
I'm really excited, and I love autumn. It's such a nice time of year, and I don't know why that's relevant, really. It's just going to be nice. And the tour that I'm doing, like supporting Fionn Regan, is in all of these lovely, it's like in little churches and village halls in the north of England, and in Scotland. And yeah, I think that's just going to be really, really nice, like driving around and then playing in all these cute venues. And going to Boya Festival in Pembrokeshire, which I just love that part of the world of the UK. And yeah, I'm really excited. And the show at the Lexington is going to be full band.
Great.
Which is going to be really fun. So I'm going solo for the Fionn and Boya, and then getting the band back together for the Lexington.
Everybody get some tickets to that and head down. You're going to play another track.
Yes.
Into the Water is the other one you're going to play. Is there anything you can say about this, or?
Yeah. So this song, I wrote it a few years ago. It's predominantly about my granny Annie, who was a legend, a really beautiful person, and she passed away in 2020, and yeah, it was very sad, obviously, but she was, as well as being an amazing person, she was an incredible knitter, and when she died, I was like, I'm going to write a play about knitting and death, and so I did this play with music, and took it to Edinburgh Fringe, and it was all like, I was like on the mile being like, knitting and death, do you want to come to my show? But the show had this song in it, and yeah, it's about her, but it's also just about like about grief, I think. And yeah, the take on the album is the first take that we ever did of it, which makes me really happy. We sat, and that's like kind of like we're talking about with Ollie's studio and the kind of space that was the atmosphere that was created. We had this lovely, it just felt really like family vibes, and we were just chatting about my grandma for like half an hour, and then Ollie was like, right, do you want to do a take then? And I was like, no, I'm scared.
And then you got it.
And then we got it. And it was, so it's nice that that's on the record.
I love that. Grandmas are so magical. I lost mine in 2022, Granny Jean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, they're just, aren't they?
Yeah,
just
they're
magical.
Special. Yeah.
So special.
It's hard to kind of articulate, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like when you have that.
It is.
But yeah.
Well, let's hear it. This is going to be lovely. So this is Into the Water, Yoshika Colwell performing live.
I read somewhere that the grass is everything, the distance and the detail, and all that's in between. The turn of the seasons takes you another year away, but hope springs eternal with these fresh new leaves today. Oh, oh, oh. Time moves so slow, but body to ashes, mind to dust, we all must, I suppose. It's spring in the country, the county of my birth. I had to turn away before to understand its worth. It's spring in the country, fresh life from old wet earth. I think we're all stuck in the cycle of this dying and rebirth. Oh, oh, oh. Time moves so slow, the body to ashes, mind to dust. We all must, I suppose. And I heard somewhere none of us are getting out of here alive. And this is all there is. It's impossible to bear in mind. But there's ducks on the water. They're tame and they're hungry for bread. So I break it up in my fingers, and I let it clear my head. Oh, oh, oh. Time moves so slow, the body to ashes, mind to dust. We all must, I suppose. So I let it all go, give you up to the undertone. Into the water in silence, I let you go.
Thank you so much. Oh, magic track. That was beautiful. And that was also on the album, isn't it? Yeah. Which is out now. Yeah. Yoshika Colwell. Go and listen to this beautiful record. And thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for
performing.
Having me.
Are we going to, touring another album maybe at some point?
I hope so, yeah.
Yes. Well, keep us posted when you get round to it.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, working on it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's my chair, not my...
Thank you so much, Yoshika Colwell. Would be a good sign-off.
Yeah, can you imagine? I'm going to adopt that as a sign-off now.